9440. 4405. 944405. 19.
All right, welcome back, crime fighters, for another edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted, where you get to help make Calhoun County a better and safer place by helping us lock up the bad guys. I'm Chris Wright, along with Calhoun County Sheriff Matthew Wade. Good to see you again, Sheriff.
It's always good to be on the show, Chris.
All right, so we've had a good week from our viewers. They've helped us out a lot.
They've never let us down since we've been here, and we really appreciate what they do. 6 arrests, and that is a good number. Man, wow. Brings our count up to 4,609 people put in jail, all because somebody was willing to help us out, and we cannot do this alone, so thank you.
All right, school's back in session. SROs are back in school. How's that going?
It's going pretty good, you know, and for people that don't know, SROs are school resource officers, and they're have been a permanent fix to every one of our county schools, and the kids really like them. We have a couple of Labrador retrievers that are in the schools. It's kind of the mascots of the school, and kids take care of them, and it's good to show them that we're real people. But you know, they're not there to arrest kids, and they're there to protect them. And which brings up some questions, you know, with school starting, you know, with the current mandate we have for masks, you know, how are they handling that? And our strong encouragement is to make sure those kids are wearing masks and encourage them strongly, but we're not there to arrest them, we're not there to punish them, we're there to encourage them to do the right thing. So during these delicate times, you have to, you know, we want people to do the right thing, but we're not out to try to do something to children or anybody else that would be harmful to them. So far, second week of school, people are doing what's asked of them, the students are. We've had 0 complaints that I know of from any student not doing what's asked of them as far as following the governor's order, and things are rocking along pretty good. You know, there'll be some bumps, there'll be that many people there, somebody's going to get sick, some shape, form, or fashion, but they'll get through it, and we'll keep continuing on, and hopefully we can get past this COVID soon and get a little normalcy. So
I don't know about Jacksonville State University. I know a couple of the other universities in the state have had some concerns with students getting back on campus and just wanted to get back into life as it used to be, and not doing the social distancing. And somebody actually very close to me is at one of the campuses and just got diagnosed with COVID and is now quarantined. They've got some housing set aside just for those students. Don't know if they're going to have enough housing. They're worried they might be running out within the next week or so, but right now he's in one of those.
Well, you know, and we just have to keep going. Sheriff's office a couple weeks ago, we had the election back, the runoff election on July 14th or 13th, and after that we had about 15 people get sick, and we went through that and did the measures we had to take, and it was all Sheriff's office employees, and we're back to, we went through the cycle, it seems like, and we don't have anybody that's sick, and everything's going on, and everybody's well. So,
looks like the precautions that you took helped get the job done and stop it from going further.
You know, and it's what's really, I think, scary for everybody is how somebody can have it and have 0 symptoms, then it kill the next person. So, you know, that's what makes this so scary, is just not knowing how it's going to affect you. So everybody has their own duty they have to do. You know, it's like the mask. You hear people talk about they don't work, they do work, and personal preferences really don't matter. I've seen people say the governor's order is unconstitutional. Well, every law is constitutional until proven otherwise in a court of law, and I don't think that it's been proven unconstitutional. So until it is, you know, we all have a duty to keep civilized society running and just follow the order. And if you don't like it, well, there is options. You know, one of them is griping on social media, but that doesn't really get you a whole lot. The second option is, if you really feel that strongly about it, you could take it to court and find out if it's legal or not. But the best thing to do is, if I can do something that might help somebody, why wouldn't I want to? Do I particularly like the mask? No, I don't particularly like them. Do I get out of my car, go into Lowe's or somewhere else and take about 5 steps and go, turn around to go back and get it? Yeah. Almost religiously. But, you know, I would hate to know that I did something and somebody passed away from it. Whether it works or not, I don't know, but it's I guess what's being told is our best option to keep the spread down. So,
and certainly here in Alabama, since the mask mandate was activated, there has been a change. We were moving up and we've been moving down. So,
and you can argue all those different points. The best thing to do, instead of arguing and trying to, you know, point out who's right or who's wrong, is let's all come together and try to work through this and be kind and loving to each other. That's what's missing in society. You know, on social media, it's so easy to criticize somebody that's sitting in that hot chair, the governor. You know, whether I like her or don't like her, it got nothing to do with it, but she's tasked with a very difficult situation through this pandemic, and she is the one that all the decisions rest on her shoulders. So right or wrong, she's got a tough job, and there's nothing wrong with being kind to somebody and being understanding. You know, I just really pray for our country to come together and instead of being mean, take that opportunity to be kind, especially to somebody that isn't expecting it. You know, there's nothing better than somebody being kind to you when you didn't expect it. It's just a nice gift. So
it is. All right, we need to take a quick break. You did a great job this past week helping us find 6 people. We hope that you can do similar again this week. We will be back with the first half of this week's lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted. All right, let's take a look at this week's lineup here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted. If you have information about any of these individuals, please call the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office at 256-236-6600. We start with Albert May of Birmingham, wanted here in Calhoun County for probation violation, obstruction of justice, assault 2nd degree, possession of a forged instrument, and theft of property 2nd degree. Lewis Breimer of Anniston, wanted on passing bad checks and a probation revocation for attempted breaking and entering a vehicle. Riley DeMille of Heflin, wanted on a probation revocation for illegal possession of prescription drugs and use and possession of drug paraphernalia. Mario Galaviz of Anniston, wanted on a failure to appear warrant for domestic violence 3rd degree harassment. Brooklyn Hurst of Talladega, wanted on a probation violation for attempted possession of a controlled substance and attempt to commit a controlled substance crime. And Devious Wilson of Oxford, wanted on a failure to appear warrant for fraudulent use of a credit card. That's the first half of the lineup. We'll have more coming up. If you have information, please call 256-236-6600. All right, we will have the second half of this week's lineup coming up in just a few minutes, but Sheriff, we may have had a few people wondering why we had food items on the set with us as we were kicking off the show. We didn't bother to explain that at the beginning.
Well, I like people that go, what's that? Why do they got food? Is that chicken?
Candice is back with us again.
Yes.
If it's possible, Candice.
That's right.
And we've got these food items here, and I notice there's kind of a theme with these, that these are fairly easy and inexpensive items. I saw a post recently where somebody was talking about they had gone and bought some fruit items, and they were comparing the cost of that with the cost of going to a fast food restaurant, and said this is why people are eating unhealthy foods. Because they can't afford to eat healthy. Well, there's some truth to what they're saying there. A lot of healthy food is more expensive, but there are options, aren't there? And we can eat healthy without spending a ton of money or time.
There's definitely options, and you know, I'm blessed through trial and error to be able to learn that. And this is one of the ways that I was able to, you know, lose my weight after having my youngest son and my daughter recently, who's 9 months. I'm right at 50 pounds since I've had her that I've dropped myself, and that's in 9 months. So it's possible. And a lot of times we'll say, oh, you just had a baby, that's why it fell off. Well, if that was the case, there'd be a lot of women that would, you know, there's been a lot of hard work and dedication. But with eating healthy, one thing I want people to realize is what you put in your body is not an expense. It's actually an investment. The number one thing you can do is invest in you, because the good book tells us, you know, it says love your neighbor as you love yourself. So when I start loving myself better and investing in myself and putting good things in my body that are alive and that are going to give me the energy that I need to love me and also better love others, it's going to benefit. It's never an expense. It's always an investment. Well, these are things that you can get at any local Walmart, and most people have Walmart. If they're not going in right now because of things, they can do it from grocery pickup. They can put it right there in the buggy, pull up, and never have to go into the store. This is anybody, even truck drivers. Anybody can do this. And what I love about it is most women I hear say, well, Candice, I'm trying to eat healthy, but my husband still wants me to cook him his meal, and I don't want to have to make 2 meals. And I understand that. Or maybe your kids don't want to eat what you're eating. They want their chicken nuggets, and you're wanting your grilled chicken. Well, this is a way that literally you can get all of this for less than $15, and it's enough food for 2 meals every single day. And you're getting it under $15, and all the calories are way less than 300 calories in each meal, which is amazing. It's not only going to benefit you, giving you the vitamins you need, it's also going to give you, the good sources of carbohydrate. Carbs are not your enemy, just the wrong carbs. It's about balance. And then the grilled chicken, the thing about it is this is the fajita, so it's got some flavor on it, because nobody wants to eat plain chicken. You need to have a little seasoning on your chicken.
A little spice.
A little spice it up. And these things, the only thing you have to refrigerate is the chicken. You could, say you're taking it to work, you could take it to work, put this in the fridge. This can sit in your car. You open it up, pop it, mix it together, and you've got you a wonderful fajita bowl in less than probably, 90 seconds? And you're done, you're eating healthy, you're winning, you're investing in you, and you're feeling a lot better in the process.
Now, Sheriff, I know you're probably offended by what she just said there when she's talking about bad carbs. To you, there's not a bad carb, is there? I'm the same way.
Well, I know they're bad. They're just, it's. I talk about people with addictions, and I like to make jokes all the time. I really do. I can't help it. My wife gets tired of it, but I'm addicted to Diet Cokes. And I'm addicted to carbohydrates. Late at night, I sit there with Coco beside me, and before I go to bed, I go, I'm tired, I'm gonna go to bed. And I thought, well, me and Coco's gonna have a Pop-Tart before we go to bed. So, but I don't need the Pop-Tart, so it's an addiction, and it's hard to break. It's like Diet Cokes, and I tell people all the time, if I can only imagine if somebody's addicted to drugs, how hard it would be to get off of it, because I can't stop drinking Diet Cokes. I try, and I just can't. So I could only imagine the draw of a drug. So, but I've done it a couple of times, and when I've done it, I've done meal preps and stuff, and when I do that, I feel so much better. It's like an addiction. You get off the wagon, and it's so hard to hop back up on it, but having it easy for you to do is, when it's easy, when you got to go find it, you go through a drive-through and it's really hard. It's just more convenient to be bad than it is good, and this kind of things help you make it easier to hop back up on the wagon.
It's the truth. And a lot of times it's what we say. Our words are literally seeds that we're sowing into our lives and that we're sowing into others. So it's switching our vocabulary from saying, I can't stop drinking coffee, or I can't stop drinking Diet Coke, to I can. It's possible. It's possible that I never pick up another Diet Coke again, because there was a time period where I had never had one in the first place. And it's changing the way we speak, because our mind is always being programmed with what we want or what we don't. So if I start telling myself, I am able to do this, I can eat healthier, I'm gonna add good into me. And one of the things that I recommend a lot of people to do is start drinking a whole glass of water before you go for that Diet Coke, or before you go for that Mountain Dew, or before you go for that coffee. Because if you get full off the good things, you have less room for the bad. And eventually, if you keep adding in good habits, you'll also add out the bad ones. But so often we try to cancel one and add the other, instead of giving ourselves some grace and mercy. Grace and mercy takes you a long way. It really does.
With others and with yourself.
It does.
All right, we need to take a quick break. We will be back in just a moment here with Calhoun County's Most Wanted. All right, let's get to the second half of this week's lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted. David Nasworthy of Alexandria wanted on a failure to appear warrant for theft of property, 4th degree. Timothy Wilson of Anniston wanted for possession of marijuana, 2nd degree, and use and possession of drug paraphernalia. Elizabeth West of Sand Rock wanted on a probation violation for receiving stolen property, 1st degree. Terry Cruz of Huntsville wanted on a probation violation for the manufacture of a controlled substance. Jerry Downey of Piedmont wanted on a probation violation for assault, 2nd degree. Terry Harrell of Wellington, Alabama wanted for attempting to elude and failure to appear warrant for theft of property, 4th degree. If you can help us locate any of these individuals, please call the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office at 256-236-6600. All right, we'll talk about some burglaries here in just a little bit. We need to get some help on those. But right now we got Candice from Fit's Possible. Candice, we've been talking about being healthy and how you really can work better eating into your lifestyle without spending a lot of time or money if you do the right things. And it's also good to show a little bit of leadership with the people that are looking up to you and your family and other places, and you can affect all of them by the choices that you make for yourself, right?
That's true, very true. A lot of times I have parents, I've been doing this, I've been blessed to do this for, I'm knocking on 18 years. And I've done fitness off and on my entire life, even through fitness. I say it saved my life because it truly did. But parents will call and they'll reach out to me, well, I need my kid to get in shape. Do you have a workout program for my child? And I have to be honest in that question and ask the parent, do you work out? Mm-hmm. How's your health life? And a lot of times the phone gets quiet.
Yeah.
Or if we're in person, they get quiet. And I tell them, your children are a reflection of you. And the best thing that you can do, now you can't always get your kids to do everything you want, but the best thing to start to influence anybody around you is to start with you. And I tell them, I'll work with your kids after I work with you, because you can't ask your kids to do something that you're not doing. So if I don't get you, we'll never be able to get them. So let's work on you. Let's start building a healthier life for you. And I bet you, eventually it's going to rub off on them.
And the sheriff's been showing some of that leadership as well.
Well, I go to class. You know, we've hired Candice to come to the sheriff's office. Deputy sheriffs and correctional officers are called on sometimes to react physically, and they need to be fit for duty. And so we're trying our best to get our employees, to give them every opportunity in the world to come and have a better healthy lifestyle and work out and exercise, and maybe keep them from having illnesses such as high blood pressure or diabetes, and also keep them fit for duty. So not only will our insurance company love us better, but we'll be able to perform our job better. And I don't know if I'm an example or not, but I go to class and you know, it's a lot of fun, you know, to go. And a lot right now there are girls. Most of the time I'm the only guy, but they say I'm just one of the girls now. But but it's fun, you know. It's do a lot of different stuff that's cardiovascular versus doing different body parts for muscle. But it's one of those things. The hardest part's going, but you feel better afterwards.
All right. Well, we appreciate all of your great ideas, Candice, and keep out there, keep making everybody in Calhoun County healthier and happier.
That's the goal. My goal is to help Calhoun County lose over 100,000 pounds.
Look for her on the social media and stuff. Fits Possible Candice.
That's it.
All right. We will be back in just a few moments. We'll have our crazy criminal of the week and a few burglaries that we need your help with here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted. All right, let's see if you can help us solve some recent burglaries. On August 17th, a residence located on Martin Luther King Road in Anniston was burglarized. A Generation 5 iPad, a Chromebook, and some cash were stolen from the home. On August 19th, an unknown person burglarized a residence on Chocolaca Road in Anniston. A Craftsman drill and some currency were stolen. And between August 20th and August 22nd, a residence on Earl Roberts Road in Anniston was burglarized. A Predator generator, DeWalt miter saw, Porter cable air compressor, 100-foot of blue air hose, and 2 1,000-foot spools of yellow wire were stolen, along with an LG microwave and a toilet new in the box. If you can help us solve any of these crimes, please call Calhoun County Crime Stoppers or call the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office at 256-236-6600.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
And Sheriff, I know occasionally you have to deal with some abandoned vehicles, right?
It happens, yeah. If you see one on the side of the road, big orange sticker, that means we're on it.
You ever see a military tank abandoned on the side of the road?
That would be interesting. You know, I'm not sure how you'd move it, but it'd be cool to look inside of it.
It's on Interstate 80 in Nebraska, and the state troopers there just, I don't know what we're going to do about this. Turns out it was a National Guard, and somebody had been paid to transport it, but apparently the transport didn't work out very well.
Yeah, leaving a tank on the side of the road, I would say, is not good for your business.
No. You know. All right. Well, that's all the time that we've got for this week. We appreciate you tuning in and helping us find some individuals this week, as you always have. Thank you very much, and try to do the right thing.
Do the right thing. Be kind.